Hey guys, in this video we're going to be checking out the top 5 best budget and cheap monitors that are available on the market for their true quality. I made this list based on my personal opinion and hours of research and have listed them based on popularity, quality, price, durability, user opinions, and more. If you want to see more information and the updated price, you can check out the description below. And also, make sure to subscribe for more reviews. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Starting at number 5, we have the AOCQ27G3XMN 27 inches 2K QHD gaming monitor. The best budget monitor we've tested is the AOCQ27G3XMN. It's a 27-inch 1440p monitor mainly designed for gaming, but it's versatile for other uses too. The main advantage of this over other budget-friendly monitors is that it uses mini LED backlighting, which is a feature mainly found on higher-end models. Combined with its high native contrast ratio and good local dimming feature, it displays deep blacks against bright highlights, which is great for gaming in dark rooms. It also gets bright enough to make highlights pop, so it's a good choice for watching content in HDR. Although it's limited in extra features besides that, which is expected for a low-cost monitor, it's also useful for gaming. It has a max 180Hz refresh rate that you can reach over DisplayPort, and motion looks sharp thanks to its fast response time, but there's smearing with fast-moving objects. You can also check out the similar and newer AOCQ27G40XMN if you can find it on sale, as it has better local dimming. However, it's only available at Best Buy in the United States, and it has worse ergonomics and motion handling. Moving on at number 4, we have the Dell 32 Plus 4K monitor. If you want a higher resolution than on the AOCQ27G3XMN, there are some 4K displays you can get at a budget cost, like the Dell S3225QS. It's designed with work in mind and has sharper text than 1440p monitors like the AOC. It's a good choice for most environments, as it gets bright enough to fight glare in most well-lit rooms, though it has distracting reflections in a sunny environment. It also looks quite good with SDR content in a dark room, as it has great contrast. However, it doesn't perform well with HDR content. It doesn't have mini LED backlighting to further enhance its contrast, and it doesn't get bright enough for highlights to pop. Also, it's not very good for fast-paced gaming. While its 120Hz refresh rate is higher than most office monitors, it has worse motion handling than the AOC. Finally, it's not great for sharing content with a colleague because it has limited viewing angles and doesn't swivel. That said, if you're looking for a large 4K monitor for individual productivity use, the S3225QS is a good option. At number 3, we have the MSI G274QPFQD 27 inches gaming monitor. Should you be on a tighter budget, you can also look into the cheaper MSI G274QPFQD. It's different from the Dell S3225QS because it has a lower 1440p resolution, so text doesn't look as sharp. While it's still versatile enough to use for work, as it gets bright and comes with an ergonomic stand, it's instead focused on gaming and is more of a cheaper alternative to the AOCQ27G3XMN. The main difference versus the AOC is that it lacks mini LED backlighting, doesn't have a local dimming feature, and has a low contrast ratio, so it's a bad choice for HDR. Luckily, it's still a decent gaming monitor. Motion looks fairly sharp at any refresh rate, including at its max of 170Hz, and it doesn't have smearing like on the AOC. However, it's less capable when it comes to consoles. It lacks HDMI 2.1 bandwidth to take full advantage of the PS5, PS5 Pro, or Xbox Series X. At number 2, we have the Dell G2524H gaming monitor. If you find that the 27-inch screen of the MSI G274QPFQD is too big for your needs, there are some smaller, cheaper monitors you can consider. One of those is the Dell G2524H. It has a lower 108OP resolution, so images aren't as detailed, and it lacks some features as it doesn't even support HDR. However, it has advantages in other ways, as it has a higher 240Hz native refresh rate that you can overclock to 280Hz, so it's a good choice if you're a competitive gamer who craves high refresh rates. This high refresh rate even helps make motion look sharp, and there's minimal blur behind fast-moving objects. It's also a good choice for gaming in a well-lit room, as it gets bright enough to fight glare in most well-lit rooms, but it looks worse in a dark room because blacks look gray. And finally, at number 1, we have the Alienware 34 Curved Gaming Monitor. If you're looking for an ultra-wide monitor on a budget, check out the Dell Alienware AW3425DWM. It's a 34-inch 180Hz gaming monitor with a 1440p resolution, like the Dell Alienware AW3225DM and the AOC Q27G3XMN. That said, this monitor has a wider 21:9 aspect ratio, so it provides a more immersive experience. However, this wider screen comes at the expense of HDR image quality compared to the AOC. Its terrible local dimming system causes a lot of haloing, and it doesn't get bright enough for highlights to pop. Its HDR colors also aren't as vivid. However, in SDR, it performs well. It's bright enough to fight glare in a well-lit room, and it displays fairly deep blacks, even in brighter environments. It also makes fast-moving objects look fairly sharp, though it does have some smearing. If you don't need great HDR performance and you want an immersive experience, the AW3425DWM is a great option for the price. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. If this video was helpful to you, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions related to this product, you can leave a comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as possible.